Okay, guys, welcome to ADEC. So I thought what I would do is kind of walk you through this from both manufacturers, both ADEC and Belmont. So we'll start with ADEC today. I have the quote for that, and I want to kind of walk you through some of the different configurations. So when first speaking to you, Jamie, we had talked about Continental, and you're going to see that here. We talked about the chairs. I think I'll start with those because it's easier. So we'll start with the 500. The 500 is the flagship chair of ADEC. It is purely hydraulic. It's been around for probably 10, 12 years now. This is what they call the B series. The original one was the A. And the B is the newer of the two. It's just a little bit more refined. It moves a little smoother. They've just taken some of the things that were in the original one, which was very good, and made it better. So the 5, and we'll just kind of scroll down here so you get an idea. We had talked about armrests, and I'm going to show you the 400 here in a second, because the price difference between the 500 and the 400, if you're going to do 4, 5, 6 chairs, it gets substantial. But a couple of things about the 500 that you'll like. Obviously, very, very thin backrest. All right, ease of use, get the patient right in. All right. These are what we call ratchet arms. So depending on what type of patient you have, elderly, pedo, doesn't matter. These arms can be adjusted to various different positions or can fold completely out of the way, which is a nice option depending on. All right. Obviously, it's very comfortable. It's very lightweight. As I said to you, it is the flagship. What you'll see here is the 500 delivery system. And this is the flagship delivery system, and we'll get into those in a little bit. And this is the sew and upholstery. You can see the stitching through it. All right. So that is the 500. Super nice, top of the line. But as I said, it's a fair amount, and I'll get into that with the quote, no problem. But that's the 500. The other chair that ADEC sells, all right, is the 400. So the 400 is a nice intermediary between the 300 and the 500. All right. So the 400 is, very, very similar in design. The difference in between this chair basically and the 500 is this motor here. I see a better picture of it here if I can get one. We'll go back up here. So this motor here that lifts the chair up and down, this motor is still a hydraulic cylinder. So it's very strong. Will take almost 500 pounds worth of weight up and down. What they've done here for the backrest is they've made it an electro DC motor, which means it's very, very smooth. It's nice. It's just not hydraulic. So it's not as expensive to make. So you save a little bit. The other thing you'll notice is the armrests on these are pretty much fixed. This is the trademark of the 400. So again, just like I told you, depending on who you have in the chair, I need you to be aware that these won't move. They're pretty much fixed in position. All right. So this is the 400. Very similar backrest design, very similar base, just a couple of other small things in it. The armrest, the electromagnetic motor instead of hydraulic. All right. And again, you'll notice the ADEC 10-year warranty. So they're doing now. An idea of all the things that you can put on it. Obviously, a rear package. You can go left to right. We can put a light on it. You can put a cuspidor, whatever you like. And we'll get to that with units in a bit. So this is the 400, and I've shown you the 500. And we can price them both out for you. I think with what you're doing, I would probably lean to the 400, but that will be a decision you guys can make. Okay, so let's go to units. All right. So this is the 500 Pro. This is, again, the top of the line. So what you'll notice with this unit in particular is you can have intraoral camera, curing light, built-in scaler, built-in high speed, built-in electric, either one of these used for endos, syringe. You can basically tailor this any way that you want. It's all controlled by this beautiful touchscreen here. And inside this touchscreen, if you were to go to the Cavitron, say, for example, you would pick this up, and on the display here, we program it for Cavitron. It would ask you what you want it for intensity. It would show you blue for sub. It would show you green for supra. It's really nice. Same thing here with your camera. I think this is a Digidock that's in here. You open it up. It will allow you to capture on screen. High speed, it'll allow you to adjust torques. Electrics, it'll allow you to adjust torque, light. If you're doing endo, it'll allow you to go backwards for rotary work. It's really this is probably the most elite unit that you can get on the market. You'll notice that it's in Continental style, which we've talked about before. Continental meaning that the tubings are held up on these. These are a biflex. They're really, really light. The old ones used to be plastic. These are quite incredible. As you pull them forward, they are really flexible. They give you a lot more leeway, say left to right. But this is like the Cadillac. This is about as good as it gets, all right? And I'll send you the link for this if you want to watch some of the features that it can do. Okay, I just kind of want to walk you through it. This is the touchpad, all right? It just shows you some of the things that it can do, all right? And again, you'll have the link for these if you want to know more. And these are just integration things that you can do, different mounts for them, whatever fits your practice. Again, with this particular one, you'll notice that this is traditional style here with them hanging. So you're allowed to actually put this here and we can mount it like this. Where in the Continental, we have to mount it in a different location, as you see down here, because the whips are up here, right? So that is the 500. It is the best of the best. It's a pretty penny, but it's really nice. The one that is a really nice comparable is the 300 or 333 Pro. Pop that in now for you so you can have a look at this. So this is the Pro. It just happens to be in Continental, okay? And it has 2 or 3 different touchpads options on it, and we can go over these when I talk to you. When I put the quote together for you, I basically quoted it with a 411 series chair with this 333 Pro with what we call the Series 5 touchpad. It really allows you to do the same things that the 500 will do. It will integrate in numerous things. So you see here we have a Cavitron built in, high speed built in, and 2 electrics. So that's a quad block there. Okay, so it gives you lots of options with the syringe built in. That's the way that I would order it. It comes standard with a 3. I would always order it as a 4. I just feel like it's a better option for you if you put the 4th in. It allows you to do more with it. If you recall with your Belmont, when we wanted to add in an extra block, we had to order the parts in. We could do it, but it was kind of Mickey Mouse. Here with the A-Deck, everything is integrated right in. Again, you're still going to get your Continental style whips, slightly smaller control head, but this is a really, really nice price point. This setup here with the LED light and a rear arm coming off the back, really I think would be ideal. And again, I'll send you the link for this, show you some videos, things that it will do. All right, here's a good look at the Continental and how it sits. I know, Dr. McVeigh, you're interested in the Continental, which is great. Just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. All right, and here is very similar to what I would set up for you, where we would have the light left to right. This is the hygiene light. I would go with the doctor's light because it has the composite mode in it, in which if you can switch to the yellow lights. It's a really nice feature. Again, Continental delivery. This is the deluxe touchpad, the 5 series, which will allow integration. Here you see a camera built into this one, a scaler, and then 2 electrics. It really doesn't matter to me. It just allows you the flexibility to integrate everything in with the nicer touchpad. All right, again, sew and upholstery, it's up to yours. And again, you'll notice that there's the rear mount here with a small touchpad here. This touchpad here can be upgraded as well too, should you want to. Again, there's numerous options. You'll see that this is only a 3-holder bar here. If you were going to put it in, I would suggest a quad bar here, and that's the way that I've ordered it for you because it's important to me that you have that secondary high volume in case you want to scavenge, all right? And better to put it in now while we're ordering it than to not at all, okay? So this is the 333 Pro, and again, with the nice touchpad, all right? This is, again, traditional style, so if you don't like the Continental like you see up here, this is similar to what you have now with Belmont. We call this over the patient, pretty common. Although I will tell you the Continental has gained some notoriety, some popularity, I would say, in the last little while due to its cleanness. And A-Deck's design on this is really, really good, making it a double flex, and it gives you more left-right. So yeah, that's the 300. Again, different touchpads that you can get with it. Okay, so again, I'll send you the link for this when I send you the quote, but just kind of want you to get a look. Moving along. Let's go to lights. and this is the 500. So this is the one that I was talking to you about. So you'll notice right away when you see this light, it has the comp mode. So if you're doing any kind of restoration and you're worried, and it just depends again what kind of composite you're using, how close the light is, where you use the light. I always like the comp mode because it allows you, especially in a larger restoration, just a little bit more time to set things and shape things without having to worry with composite curing any faster than it normally would. We know with some of these LED lights, the power of them today is very, very good, very bright, and they can start to, in some cases, depending on the composite, start to cure. So this light allows you to have what we call composite mode here. Otherwise, all of these would light up, and then it becomes an exceptionally bright light. Been around the market for a long time. You'll notice here it moves in a bazillion different directions. It's a really, really cool light. Probably one of my favorites. So that's the ADEC. That's the 500 series light. And again, I'll send you the link on this, and you can see the focus of this. Like you'd have to see this to believe it, but it's a really nice light. What you have now with Belmont is the Celesta light, which is a great light as well too. When you get to this level, like everything is good, but this is right up there. All right, so that's the 500 light, and I'll show you the 3 again. They're really the only difference. If we go to the 300 Pro here, is the composite setting. Sorry, that was delivery system. Let me go back to lights. Apologies. Here we go. 300. So the 300 light again, it's quad. We would just say this is more of a hygiene light. Can certainly be used as a DDS light. Again, today, with so many people wearing loops and lights inside their loops, some people don't even order chairs with lights sometimes. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, this is the 300 series light. Again, nothing wrong with it. Again, less LEDs, so not as bright as the 500 series, and no composite mode, which again, if you push it out of the way if you don't want it. It's a nice price point too. Again, it really depends on what you like. So I set the package up, kind of the way that Jamie and I have discussed it, and it's completely able to be set up the way that you want, tailored to what you specifically want. What I wanted you to do is kind of get an idea of what ADEC offers and what you can do, and then we can put together some pricing based on what type of package that you want. I've put out a base one for you that I will share with you, but I want you to kind of have a look at what that would kind of look like. Okay, so that is ADEC in a nutshell. Really, really great product, really, really great company. You certainly cannot go wrong with it. Been around for a long time and exceptionally durable. You'll pay, I would say a little bit more for ADEC. It's not outrageous, but it is on the more expensive side. But what you're buying is quality. What you're buying is the number of years they've been in business, their ingenuity, and most of all, their support of their product. ADEC is really, really good at supporting their product and standing behind what it is that they make. Tremendous value in this, and this is something that will last you a very, very long time. All right, so I will send off Belmont probably in a day or so. I just wanted you to have a quick look at that, and we'll talk soon.